lock-in.
And in honor of the 10th episode, I'm wearing my panda costume.
Oh,
Steve.
On today's episode of PHQL, we are going to talk about good stewardship.
Stewardship? Who's Stewart?
It's actually stewardship, not stewardship.
Yes, a steward is someone who is in charge of and decides how to use someone else's stuff. And good stewardship is making good decisions about how to use the other person's stuff that you are in charge of. Oh! Like when I was in charge of Mrs. Finnegan's plants when she was gone?
Didn't you bring the cat to her house and he knocked them all down, so we had to repot them all?
Yes, well, okay. How about the time I was in charge of the grocery budget?
Didn't you buy us hamburgers every day for 2 weeks?
Well, okay. How about the time I was put in charge of Bob's stuffed horse collection? And you put them all in the tub so they could swim with the rubber duckies? It took us forever to get them dried out. Poor soft horse. And Dapple Gray still has extra spots from getting wet.
Yes, well, we can all learn about being a good steward from this week's Bible story and, well, the parable.
We'll be back right after this.
And now, the parable of the bags of gold. Once there was a woman, who's actually a man in the Bible. She was going on a journey, so she called her servants and entrusted her wealth to them, each according to their ability. My servants, I am entrusting my wealth to you. Steve, I am giving you 5 bags of gold. Maria, I am giving you 2 bags of gold. And Bob, I am giving you 1 bag of gold. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, Steve.
Right, thanks.
So the servants went out and used their bags of gold.
What should I use my bags of gold on? I know! I'll make a panda store. I'll have panda everything. Panda stuffies, panda shirts, panda streamers, bamboo snacks. I'll even have panda underwear. We'll have it all.
Steve, you can't talk about underwear in front of an audience.
Why? They're wearing some, aren't they? 'Cause if they aren't, they can buy some at my store.
Steve, no more talk about underwear, please. It's not polite.
Fine.
So anyway, he built his panda store and gained back the 5 bags of gold he had received from his master. He also made 5 more bags of gold. Then the second servant used her bags of gold. What should I spend my bags of gold on? I know, I'll buy a bakery, and I can make cakes and cookies and cream puffs. And so the second servant bought a bakery and gained back her master's 2 bags of gold, plus 2 more bags of gold. But the third servant, who had 1 bag of gold, decided not to use the gold. He thought,
I don't want to make a store or buy a business. It's too risky. I'm afraid I would not have the gold when the master comes back. I could put it in a bank, but I'm afraid it'll get broken into and my money would be stolen by thieves. Oh, I'm just so nervous about losing the master's money. I know! I'll hide it in a place I know no one will ever find it.
So the third servant hid the bag of gold so none could find it. Then the master came home and called her servants. I am looking forward to seeing what you have done with my bags of gold.
I used the bags of gold to make a panda store, and I have gained 5 more bags.
Well done, faithful servant. Come and share in your master's happiness. I used the bags of gold to buy a bakery, and I gained 2 more bags. Well done. You should also come and share in your master's happiness.
I buried the bag of gold you gave me, and here it is, the exact same bag of gold.
You lazy servant! I gave you the gold to profit from it, and you buried it. You shall not join your fellow servants in your master's happiness. The end.
I'm not sure I understand why the master was so worked up with this third servant who buried the money. He did get his money back after all.
The master had given the servant the bag of gold with the purpose of him using it. But the servant let his fear control him so that he couldn't do anything with the bag of gold. Everything we have in life belongs to God, and He wants us to put it to good use like the first and second servants, and not to be afraid and just gather and hide what we have. I know, we should think of ways we can use our things for God.
What should we do?
I could cook a meal for our next door neighbor. She's sick and can't work right now. And I could use the money I was saving and give it to a church in another country. I know there's one that's trying to build a well in their village so the people can have clean water.
I have some games and puzzles I can give to other kids. And I can give some of my money to the pandas. They're an endangered species, you know.
God has given us much more than we need. We don't even understand how much. And He has also given us talents and will give us wisdom to come up with more ideas.
I bet the kids out there have some great ideas about how to use their talents for God. So, if you want to read the parable of the bags of gold yourself, just turn your Bibles to Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 to 30.
We'll see you next time.